On June 9, General retired press briefing at Hotel Saramati. The Zhelengrong Youth Organization Nagaland and Zhelengrong Student Union Nagaland had put their agitation on holding National Highway Village Council Forum representing 13 Naga village held a press conference at Southern days growing fictional violences. An unidentified male body was discovered near a supermarket area in Dimapur between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. today. The district administration Shamato led by ESC Mekato JIA conducted a 3-day monsoon tour to remote villages Kutru, Longturok and Sutukur. Hello viewers, you are watching Nltv English Primetime. This is Chanchan Kasar and now the news in detail. On June 9, General retired Nikki Sumi, President NSC and GPRNK, Nikki had a press briefing at Hotel Saramati. He stated that to unite the Nagas, FNR is spearheading the Nagas. Corruption does not emerge only from political parties but it also emerges from state government and village council. He also said that Naga should come together and organize a common platform to bring solutions where they should call their representatives from the Government of India. This call to action aims to bring about solution and promote unity among Nagas. Reporter Niboli brings us a report on this. Let's have a look.
Naga manuhi unite hoba lage kwa thega humati amakhan laga FNR he hissa hoye spearhead kurigena Naga manu kiniga hoigena political party kiman bi thage bi overground ti kiman police alag bi thage bi unite hoba lage koigena FNR he step lo jasade itu humati olop bhal aro kunba nimti to no panchabi kobo FNR step la humati to agya prapi FNR laga to hoy takhan bishi achieve kru disha kabi no lebe nagani Naga manimti bhal ke bhai bole to bloodshed to poila prapi FNR nimti olop kamaise ita bi FNR nimti to olop to relation te bhal jas takhan last tak achieve kobo ka to sure no hoy to process ti sabo hole bi ita Naga manu FNR ke tank dibole thaga to bloodshed to agya prapi kam kurbo parshe ita bi relation bhal jebo parshe tati ami olop point janibo parato FNR he spearhead kurugena shisa ho itu duita milagena he Naga unite kurubole matyatu itya kutsabo laga first meet milasha kole 13 times social FNR pra itu 13 times to organization kiman milasha aro frontal organization over ground laga kiman milasha itu takhan be sab janibo itu maiti amakan Lappi Naga manu nimti benefit aro husa ki ase janisho ko bole to FNR ti kiman group aise kun bhabina to ki ase first meet to ki koise second meet ki koise third meet to ki koise itu manu alag organization to kun ki koise eta to sab to ki bhabina ase eta makan jan loise itu FNR pra he last tak success koribi na koribi. Ita tu alak naga manufacturing kiman organization kiman takshe itu bhabina tu olop tu zan loise. Itu pray offender pra itu spearhead korigina ita naga laga frontal organization kimanir cooperation dishe itu takhan sop opportunity ten dibo parasa aro ita amakan unity nimti offender spearhead korigina je thaga tu iman tak success korigina jebo parase korigina itu offender.
The Zhelengrong Youth Organization Nagaland and Zhelengrong Student Union Nagaland have put up their agitation on hold regarding the Pimla murder case after a meeting with the Deputy Commissioner and Commissioner of Police Dimapur. During the meeting, the Commissioner assured that a charge sheet will be filed in court according to the organization. The prime suspect in the case is the victim's husband. Zion and ZYON and NSUN have temporarily suspended their second phase of agitation after receiving a commitment from the Commissioner of Police.
Welcome to Nagaland TV. Sob man lagawas. April de Pimla de rumor case hola mohan sob jane. Aru itlo opore charcha bi jai thakise. Itlo opore tahan result noilibi tahan ido khobor diwo nimite karni. CPY Zhelengrong Youth Organization Nagaland aru Zhelengrong Students Union Nagaland ke 1 month time mangise. Uli tahan idu 1 month la bitore tahan respond diwa parnai. Idu nimite karni Union aru Youth Organization kanwa June 6 tahan second phase of agitation jawo koina itlo opore janai dise. Uli mohan hunyo parse ki aji Zhelengrong Students Union Nagaland aru Zhelengrong Youth Organization Nagaland aji CP ke lok pawale se kushi. Tu itlo opore tahan outcome ke se nuli tahan la respond ki se mohan itlo opore
Once again, we thank our media fraternities. Well, Amikhan, just now we had a sitting with our Commissioner of Police. Before that, today we had an emergency, a crucial meeting in our district, Peren. Amanda the call by our Deputy Commissioner, Amikhan Aji meeting Tagise, inclusive of all the civil societies at the DC conference hall. Amanda the meeting Tagigene. Aman Tade discuss Kurise. In the meantime, Aman Laga. Kiki laga cover ha karne aman samde ami khan laga ide Commissioner of Police logode aman idia meeting boy gine meeting boa homoide we got a commitment that our commissioner of police itu Pimla murder case lagade tahan charge sheet tu tahan banai loise itu laga isap de ase aro now the Commissioner of Police has already, given his commitment that even by tomorrow they are ready to submit the charge sheet to the court. Koi ginatahan idia itulah commitment di nase. Amikhan kuan isna kila mana amikhan la demand bi itu takise. Charge sheet tu takan submit na kura karne amikhan bi itu amami strive kura lagase. Aro amikhan la demand tu public domain de culprits kandu kungkun ase takan la identity tu amikhan ke bi declare kuri dibi. Aman ke handover kuri dibi kwa laga noy. Alibi identity tu aman ke public domain de itu dikhai dibi kwa laga amala demand tagise. Aro amikhala demand tu aji tu fulfill Quran is na ase at one point. Kila mana charge sheet tu takhan ita tu ready way gina ase. And they will I've already mentioned tahan charge sheet tu kali will be tahan submit kuri dibo kwa karne amikhan agitation itu jabula laga tu as for now. It is not complete call off. Will be as for now. Amikhan itu second phase of agitation will be amikhan itia tu on hold rakhi dia ase for public for public understanding karne na will be public clearance karne aman itu itia karne tu aman itu rakhi dia ase aro ami itia koi dibla mun thaka tu kila mane since from day one itu Pimla murder case lagade aman itu pursue kurina aha homoide amikhan agitation first phase laga agitation bi kurise. First phase of agitation is a term of showing our resentment towards the state government for not taking serious enough on not only on this particular issue, but there are some different issues, especially in Nagaland. Itu laga issue tamde one after the another issue homoide justice deliver nakura laga bisi hoiza karne aman bi itu kura lase. Aro amikhan itu problem mun takadu aji aman itu fight kura lagadu not only for my Zhelengrong people But once again, we are once again aman idia public ebi kwa laga tu women's safety, particularly aman itu aman state Nagaland. Maiki khan bi kinika tai khan bi safe kuri kine aman laga state bi boibla paribo. Itu laga de aman maiki khan la cause karne aman fight kura laga se. Aro agida aman CP logo de boatam de CP par bi koi gina ase for latest updates. Media khan ke bi his now time media khan ke bi itu briefing kuribile laga tai bi ready ase koi gine etia aman la CP par bi koi gina ase. And you know like when he's already ready, I should say like at least some demands. Ami khan la demands khan tu etia to alop to fulfill kuri na aya se koi na aman itu janai dia se. Honestly speaking, ami khan etia koi dibo main culprit etia as per the report to tai laga mota se. Ami khan tu itu sida koi dia se de. Kila mane we don't want to hide any more else. The more we hide, it is creating more of confusion. Therefore, etia tahan prime suspect na hoile bi prime laga itu motive behind to tai laga mota se koi kine ami khan etia CP logo da bra hunibla pari se. As per the report. You know, like for this phase, aman itu next step of agitation to aman idia koblen apare. Will it be if we are going to go ahead, there will be like another round of consultation with the civil societies of our district, with the stakeholders, because we represent the public, not at our own. Itu karena aman ki kuri labi ki laga step aman jabo thaki labi aman public laga consultation bi lagbo aro ami khan laga elders kan ami khan la apex organization laga tai khan laga advice prabi ami khan jabo. And on the last, I would like to appeal to all the viewers and these our Naga brothers, not only our Jiliangdong community. Aman itu inika laga fight homoide. Giman tribe ami khan logo da aina ta khan la solidarity ami khan logo da join kuri gine ami khan logo da join hands kuri dia se. We would like to like thank every one of them. Though we could not meet them personally, wali bi ta khan laga support aro tai khan laga prayer support na wali bi ta khan laga advice pra ki laga ami khan itu agi jabule paria laga aman aji tak bi itia tak ami khan itia fulfillment na wali bi aman iman tak step jabule paria laga tu. It's all because of the efforts of our Naga community. Aman itu aman sob ke koi dia se aro in the future days to come ki laga fight to wali bi aman iki logo de ami khan logo de bi join kuri lobi aman laga mission to accomplish kuri bla karne koi gina ami aro janai dia se. Yeah, for forensic report laga tu itia ami kwa nisna itu sob na koi lebi ami khan sob jani ase. Tai khan itu charge sheet tu ready kuri dibo kwa tade sob to hoi jaise. Kila mane itu hoa karne charge sheet bi ta khan bi itu ready hoi jaise itu laga te ase. Kila mane kwa nisna bar itu na koi lebi charge sheet tu ready hoise kole tade sob to.
We'll now take a short break. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Welcome back, viewers. Let's get back with the news. National Highway Village Council Forum, representing 13 Naga villages, held a press conference at Savima village to protest growing fictional violence. Forum to submit a memorandum to A.K. Mishra, interlocutor for Naga peace talk, demanding strict action after the May 23 attack at Unity village by armed NSN cadets. Group called for criminals to be punished under Indian law, strict enforcement of ceasefire rules, and closure of factors officers that shelter offenders. They also requested for amendment of the ceasefire ground rules to let security forces arrest culprits hiding in the protected zones. NHVCF demanded the early conclusion of the Naga peace talk, which they say were declared complete in 2019. A 6-hour ban will be observed and business establishment to be closed in protest. Forum warned that any village members involved in crime will face exposure and punishment under Naga customary law.
I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming to cover our program, I should say. And well, I don't know, you are aware of why we are gathered here this morning. I don't know whether I should go ahead or you will ask the questions. But before that, we are a body comprising of 13 villages abutting the national highway. And in the past, or in the last recent past, thank you for giving a good coverage to our statements, because what we feel is that the issues that we're raising now has to do with each and every Naga citizen. It's a concern of not only these 13 villages, but we believe it's the concern of all the people of Nagaland. And it's quite a coincidence that we're given to understand that the interlocutor for Naga peace talks, Mr. A.K. Mishra, is also here in Nagaland. He'll be here today and tomorrow, I believe. We've sought an appointment with him to submit a memorandum to him. But so far, we haven't got any response from his office. So in the meantime, we will rely on you all to give good coverage to our memorandum, and for which I would like to request the secretary of our forum, Mr. Vika H. Chishi, to read out the memorandum that we've prepared.
Well, thank you, Chairman, for the time. And straight away with the memorandum that we have drafted to give our interlocutor, Mr. A.K. Mishra. So these are the points. Memorandum to interlocutor for Naga peace talks, demanding strict implementation of the ceasefire ground rules and rectification of defects in the ground rules. Sir, it is quite providential that you should land up in Nagaland when we, the National Highway Village Councils Forum, a body consisting of 13 villages, formed in the aftermath of the carnage created by the NACN Kango Group on May 23, 2025 at Unity Village, when some 30-odd armed cadres of the faction came to the village and entered into a private compound and attempted to assassinate one of their rival functionaries. These cadres fired indiscriminately, thereby causing panic and fear psychosis in the minds of the villagers. Several cadres were identified from CCTV recording, and their names have been mentioned in the FIR. We are happy to note that on receipt of the complaint filed by the Unity Village Council with the police, the Ceasefire Monitoring Supervisory Board reacted promptly and arranged the local police along with Assam Rifles to raid the residence of the mastermind of the heinous escape, one Hekato Kinimi. However, he was not present in the residence since he, along with the other identified perpetrators, had taken refuge in the designated ceasefire monitoring office, where the police and the security forces could not enter because of restrictions contained in the ceasefire ground rules. We would like to mention here that this is not the first time identified criminals have taken refuge in the designated ceasefire monitoring offices of the various factions. And therefore, we would like to lay the following points to you to take up urgently so that the Naga public do not suffer any longer from the hands of some criminals posing as Naga political activists. Point number 1, that a crime be considered as a crime and the culprits punished according to the provisions of the law of the land, irrespective of whether the perpetrators are affiliated to any political outfit or not. And that the perpetrators of the dastardly act at Unity Village on May 23rd, 2025 be apprehended and brought to book without any further delay. Point number 2, provisions of the ceasefire ground rules be strictly implemented in letter and spirit so that cadres do not roam around in uniform and with arms or indulge in extortion, illegal taxation, kidnapping, or abduction for ransom. Point number 3, we iterate that ceasefire monitoring offices of the faction should be done away with because these places have been converted into safe havens for criminals, and all cadres of the factions be concentrated in their designated camps. Point number 4, and as and when identified criminals are found to be taking refuge in any places, including designated offices or camps, the security forces should be empowered to enter and apprehend lawbreakers for which the ceasefire ground rules need to be amended. Number 5, since the Naga peace talks have been concluded on October 31, 2019, as had been stated by your predecessor, Mr. R.N. Ravi, on the floor of the Nagaland Legislative Assembly, we demand that a logical conclusion be brought about without any delay.
Dimapur is known as the commercial hub of Nagaland, but the road conditions are in pathetic conditions. Among those roads, Dr. Hogshe Sema Road is in deplorable condition where commuters are finding it very difficult to ply at the road. The concerned department should repair the road and ensure safe passage for the village and pedestrians. Reporter Nibole brings us a report on this. Let's have a look.
Dimapur tha manu khan wa janiwa ki Dimapur rasta bahal kiman ase man ide Nltv team khan Dr. Hogshe Road te ahina ase aro idu rasta de up down gra manu khan hi janiwa idu rasta du kiman biya hoina ase idu ekla nohina especially idu rasta de main idu ekta turning point bi ase aro mahan ide thik khara kuna jaga idu turning point ase apni khan dikhiwa paran isna ide rasta ru bishi biya hoina ase potholes khan bi bishi dangur hoise aro idu ekla nohina tadi ageri bi ekbar cameraman ke request krise dikhai digo na tadi ageri bi idu rasta la pura stretch to bishi biya hoina ase potholes dangur hoina gari khan bi jawole bishi digra paina ase 4-wheeler can be dikta paise uli main mohan dikhiwa paradu 2-wheeler khan ase 2-wheeler khan ma jawole thagaru tahan jai thagaru bishi dikta ase apni han bi dikhiwa parisna idu rasta de jai thaga manu khan wa janiwa idu rasta de kiman biya hoina ase aro mohan jani isna Dimapur rasta biya hoina thaga nimide garni accident hoina manula jan jabi mohan idu opori update dina ase tadi past few years te idu government college jala rasta aru idu west yard jala rasta dibi iniga rasta biya hoina thaga nimide garni 2-wheeler de thaga manu accident hoina muri jala ase idula opore ekta concern department nelewi state government ke janai diwa mun jaru nele ekta appeal kor mun jaru Dimapur rasta biya hoya nimide garni incident hoya thaga bishi ase idu nimide garni idu rasta debi iniga incident hoya agere at the earliest idu rasta banai dile bishi bhal ase kile mane apni han bi ekbar aina saishu kulidu manu khan noli public khan committees khan ma kiman digra paise apni khan wa janiwo aru itu ekla nohina agere bi koisna idu rasta de tik turning ase aru idu apni idu back side dikhiwa parisna idu turning debi pura rasta biya hoina ase to manu khan ma committees khan ma idu turning lowole time debi takhan bishi digra paise rasta du bishi biya hoi jani mire gane itu la opore public khan bi bishi mohange koishe ki tahan bishi duk paise kuna off camera hoy mohan alag jaga re noli alag location de state government noli concern department ma idu rasta khan bana dikhiwa paise li idu rasta ru neglect kuna rakha bishi dero ha nimide karne idu appeal kurase ki at the earliest idu rasta bi saina phat banai dile bishi balo hoy noile mohan iniga neglect kuna rakha tamdehi unfortunate incident hoise gole do kun mai responsible lewo man past few years bi dikhiwa parise aru dikhina ahishe gi idu agere koisna government college jala rasta idu west yard jala rasta dibi rasta bishi bi hoise aru concern department ma rasta na banai dia nimide ani idu unfortunate incident hoise aru idu incident ha bichide hi concern department khan ma aina idu rasta banai dise idu nimide gane idu same incident idu rasta debi no howa nimide gane concern department khan ma aina idu rasta banai dile noile repair ko dile bishi bala siguna apni hange appeal kuraise Dimapur thaga manu
We'll take another short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, viewers. Let's get back with the news. A high-level meeting on COVID-19 preparedness was held today at the Directorate of Health and Family Welfare Kohima, chaired by Health Minister P. Paiwang Konyak. Senior officials, including the Commissioner and Secretary and Director, were in attendance. The meeting reviewed the state's readiness, including manpower, medicines, oxygen supply, and rapid response team. Current data shows COVID-19 cases are mild, and the department is monitoring the situation daily. The public are advised not to panic as the national situation is stable. Testing will continue for all SARI cases and 5% of ILI cases following Government of India guidelines. Citizens are urged to follow COVID-19 protocols and maintain respiratory and hand hygiene. On June 9, Nagaland's Health and Family Welfare Department confirmed the current COVID-19 strain in the state is mild and manageable following a high-level meeting chaired by Health Minister P. Paiwang Konyak. The meeting, attended by senior officials including Commissioner and Secretary Anup Kinchi, emphasized sustained surveillance, oxygen readiness, manpower and medicine supply to handle potential escalation. The department urged the public to adhere to COVID-appropriate behavior, particularly respiratory and hand hygiene, while reassuring that the situation is under control. Testing will target all SARI cases and 5% of ILI hospitalization per nation guidelines. Public cooperation was highlighted as crucial for safety. The Mangkulemba Subdivision and Planning Board meeting was held on June 9 at the customary court in Mangkulemba, Mukukchung. Chaired by Ministry for Tourism and Higher Education, Temjen Imnalong, the meeting reviewed several key development projects. These include upgrading CHC Mangkulemba to an empaneled hospital, transferring Manrega bank accounts to the Mangkulemba Subdivision, establishing urban substation for Alongkima and Longnak towns, relocating a school from Peniboto to Meti village, constructing a market complex and town council office in Mangkulemba, addressing poor road condition in the Longchem circle and building a border guest house in Akuman village. The assembly deemed these proposals valid and decided to forward them to the government for approval. A PowerPoint presentation by Social Welfare, Rural Development and Education departments highlighted the activities and achievements. The Tuensang District Planning and Development Board held its meeting on June 10, 2025 at the District Conference Hall in Tuensang, chaired by Additional Deputy Commissioner Shelly Keturia. Key discussions included the upcoming competition of an e-waste warehouse slated to finish within a month, which will facilitate the collection of electronics waste from government office and institution. The board also recommended registering the Sozo Mission Society and expanding Tuensang town into village areas with a survey of commerce soon. Additionally, Chief Minister Officer Dr. Nltv Sozukum highlighted the Nikshay Mitra initiative aimed at providing nutrition support to TB patients and appealed for contribution of 8 patients in a district. The district fishery officer presented departmental activities to the board showcasing ongoing initiative. Observation of the 7th World, the theme Food Safety Science in Action was held on 9 June at Chanmari Higher Secondary School, Kohima. Anup Kinchi, IS Commissioner of Food Safety and Commissioner and Secretary, HNFW Grace as the chief guest and delivered keynote address, whereas Dr. Marinila Sinlan, HOD, DH and FW Grace as the guest of honor addressed on the anti-obesity drive. The program was chaired by Mersenla, assistant teacher, and delivered vote of thanks. Bandang supervisor invoked God's blessing. Quiz competition and demonstration of common adulterants of food was followed after the short program.
The World Health Organization and the Food and Agriculture Organization, they jointly actually promote this event so that to create awareness regarding the food safety. How important food safety is, at least I'm told 16 lakh people, they fall sick every day in the world by consuming unsafe food. And then you can imagine what loss we have of economy, and then the students, if they fall sick, the earning member of the family, it has got a wide repercussions actually. World Food Safety Day is celebrated every year on 7th June since 2019 to raise awareness about the importance of food safety and its impact on human health. Food security, economic prosperity that aims to prevent, detect and manage foodborne risks, contributing to safer and healthier world. As millions continue to suffer from unsafe food each year, this day serves as a powerful reminder of the collective responsibility of producers, regulators, consumers to ensure the food we eat is safe and handled hygienically. So it is there the importance come of this day, where we have to collectively, make everyone aware, from the producers, from the transporters, and the consumer, of course. The industry actually needs to work with us as a team, giving out protocols on hygiene, how a food material has to be packed, how it is to be the producers, the cook, the people who are cooking the food.
Riya Sinha, Miss Universe India 2024, during a press conference in Kohima on June 10, told that before the Miss Universe Nagaland grand finale, she had found strength by embracing her vulnerabilities. She explained that pageantry had boosted her confidence to be her authentic self, describing it as her greatest asset. She encouraged young women, particularly from underrepresented states like Nagaland, to embrace their individuality, stating that their uniqueness was their strength. Singha also noted that the Hornbill Festival's pageant was more than beauty contest, emphasizing its role as a platform for self-expression.
Because I've heard that Nagaland really supports pageantry, and I think that is beautiful. It is not very common to see that, and I'm so glad that it is growing, it is expanding, and it is becoming something that everybody knows now. And Miss Universe is a pageant, is a platform that supports many causes. It is also about tourism, it's also about telling people and making people aware about where we are. And I think that is the most beautiful thing about pageantry. Because I used to be somebody who was extremely introverted and shy, but I think I took that in my stride. I took that as my strength, that I am this vulnerable person, and I used that in order to become as natural and as me as I could. And I think that is what set me apart, and that is what made me even more confident, because I didn't really have anything to hide. I always showed who I was, and I think that's why people like listening. When you're real, when you're raw, that's what gave me the confidence. And I think that's what girls can also take back, that don't have any apprehensions on being open. Yeah. First of all, I would like to applaud the evolution that has happened, where there's so much more awareness. I think you mentioned the Hornbill Festival that happens, where one of the biggest parts and significant parts of this festival is the pageantry. To make it such an essential part of the society, first of all, that is great. And I am always for evolution and getting better. But for the parts that aren't talked about, the places that pageantry is still a taboo, I would just like to say that pageantry has also evolved. It is not what it used to be, where it's only about the appearance. It is a lot more about what you can do for the society. And I think that's the beauty of it. And first of all, let your girls do what they want to. Apart from pageantry, it can be anything. Everyone has freedom of choice, and I think that is very important in today's day and age. And of course, pageantry is a platform that really elevates and gives the space to speak. It has shaped my life in ways I can't even explain in words. I feel like I've evolved. I started pageantry when I was 15 years old, so that was I was very impressionable at that age. So whatever I saw and whatever I heard became a part of me, and I'm so glad that pageantry was something that I indulged in, because I became really confident in who I was, and that played an instrumental role in my life. In my career as well, because I am going to enter into Bollywood. I've already started working in it, and to be confident is the first thing that you really require, and pageantry really pushed me and made me that confident person. Yeah.
Many young girls from India, especially from smaller states like Nagaland, hesitate to dream big. What would you say to them?
Well, please dream big. I mean, that is the best thing you can do for yourself. It starts with a dream, it becomes a vision, and then you have to make it your goal and actually end up doing it. I think what ends up happening is it remains a dream, and it just stays a dream. And I think as a society, we all need to come together and help the girls realize that it doesn't just need to remain there. It doesn't just need to remain something that's in your imagination and your mind. It can become a reality. But I'm just glad that they have the opportunity and the privilege to even dream. That's a start. I already think that people from here are doing a great job, because there's so much awareness. I was pleasantly surprised, I must say, at the awareness that people have, and that has been spread, and the government support that has been given. It starts there, really. And I think the path that it's on, if it continues on, and if it keeps amplifying from here on, then I think it's on its way. Naga people have already got it when it comes to pageantry.
One last question.
The District Administration Shama Tour, led by ESC Mekazo JIA, conducted a 3-day monsoon tour to remote villages Kutru, Longtirok and Sotakur, delivering essential service and raising awareness under the banner Bringing Governance to Your Doorstep. From June 2 to 4, 2025, a composite team provided on-the-spot Aadhaar enrollment, CMHIS registration and assistance with PRC and IIC form filling. Key initiatives included substance abuse prevention, road safety, tobacco control and women's health and empowerment campaign. The team inspected rural development projects, visited Anganwadi Center to promote menstrual hygiene and offer free dental checkup and oral cancer screening. Pens were distributed to school children and encouraged girl child education. This outreach effort showcased the administration's commitment to making governance essential and inclusive for isolated communities. Nagaland has emerged as a national forerunner in the ongoing Viksit Krish Sankalp Abhiyan, demonstrating exceptional outreach in agricultural technology, DIS dissemination, farmer mobilization and community engagement. Between May 29 and June 5, the state reached 70,169 farmers across 746 villages, showcasing a model of inclusive and grassroots-driven participation under the Viksit Bharat 2047 vision. Driven by the motto Reaching the Unreached, VKSA in Nagaland has seen robust participation from male and female farmers, farm women, rural youth, SHGs and FPOs. The KM aligns with the Sustainable Development Goals and contribute to the national ambition of building a $5 trillion economy. As VKSA contribute until June 12, Nagaland is being held as a role model for other states, providing that Viksit Bharat can indeed lead to a Viksit Bharat. The Aikar Krishi Vigyan Kendra in Longlang has made significant strides in the nationwide Viksit Krish Sankalp Abhiyan 2025, a campaign aimed at empowering Indian farmers with scientific knowledge and innovation. Within just 8 days, the initiative has reached 45 villages through nearly 70 intensive visits, engaging 11,051 farmers, including 5,927 men and 5,124 women. The campaign's success is attributed to the collaborative efforts of district officials, public leaders, and the farming community. Notably, Day 8 of the campaign saw an overwhelming turnout of 1,432 farmers at the Orangkong village, with MLA B. Bangtik Pom commanding the ICAR KVK Longlang team for the impactful work in bringing science-based knowledge to remote and tribal communities. The training session focused on region-specific agricultural challenges such as insect pest management in maize and soil management for cucumber crops, as well as essential livestock management knowledge including African swine fever prevention. With only the Tamlu block left to be addressed, the campaign continues to build momentum, fostering confidence and self-resilience among rural farmers. The Office of the Deputy Commissioner in Kohima has issued a public notice regarding a scheduled small arms firing exercise by the 13th Assam Rifle. However, the provided information indicates a previous exercise was set from February 1 to February 28, 2025 at the firing range Kohima Garrison. Given the sacrifice of the QWERTY, it seems there might be a discrepancy in dates. Nevertheless, the Assam Rifle regularly conducts such exercises as part of their border security and counter-insurgency operation in Northeast India. The public notice aims to ensure safety and advise village, ward authorities and panchayats under Kohima town to avoid the firing range area and refrain from grazing cattle nearby during the exercise period. For the most accurate and up-to-date information, it is best to consult official sources or the Office of the Deputy Commissioner Kohima directly. On 1st June, the Office of the Deputy Commissioner in Newland issued an important order concerning the movement of the heavy motor vehicles across the Zubza Bridge. In the interest of the public safety and continuation of an early directive from 22nd December 2022, several restrictions have been enforced. Only one vehicle would be allowed to pass over the bridge at any given time. Furthermore, only HMVs with 6 wheels are permitted to use the bridge, and the total number of such vehicles limited to 30 per day. Vehicles with 10 wheels or more are strictly prohibited from crossing the bridge. Any violation of this order will result in a fine of ₹10,000 and seizure of the vehicle. These measures are to be followed strictly by all concerned. Assam Education Minister Ranoj Pegu has authorized their commissioners to adjust school timing according to local weather conditions due to rising temperatures. Although Guwahati reportedly recorded 37 degrees Celsius on Tuesday, the Indian Meteorological Department clarified that no official heat wave alert have been issued for Assam, despite temperatures being above normal in some areas. The IMD has, however, issued alert for heavy rainfall and thunderstorm in Assam and other northeast states from June 10 to 13, with potential distribution expected. Current weather forecasts indicate Guwahati might experience thunderstorm with temperature ranging from 29 to 31 degrees Celsius and humidity levels around 84 to 93% in the coming days. District authorities will make decision on the school timing based on real-time weather assessment. On Tuesday, on the bank of the river at Pauri, Korwal district in Uttarakhand, the body of 26 years old Roshmita Hojai, who had gone missing since June 5, was found. Authorities have launched an investigation into her death and detained 2 individuals in connection with the case. Roshmita Hojai, who hailed from Hojai village in Dima Hasau, was travelling to Delhi to appear for the Railway Recruitment Board examination. Roshmita, who completed her engineering studies in Haryana and was currently preparing for the APSC exam in Guwahati, had informed her family that she was travelling to Delhi for the exam on June 4. On the evening of June 5, she contacted her mother, which raised alarm within the family. Meanwhile, police are probing the matter leading to the woman's death. Police detained Hemanta Sharma and Mohinder Garg, Delhi, and Pankaj Kokar of Rohtak, Haryana for further inquiry. Delhi court has framed corruption charges against 3 police officers, including a sub-inspector, for allegedly demanding a bribe to save 2 individuals from arrest. The Rose Avenue court ordered charges to be framed against Sub-Inspector Sanjeev Kumar, Assistant Sub-Inspector Kiroli Mal, and Head Constable Sanjay Kumar, all posted at the police station Anti-Narcotic Task Force. The court found sufficient evidence of a criminal conspiracy among the accused in demanding a rupees 2 lakh bribe from a complainant, which was accepted by the Head Constable Sanjay Kumar. The Central Bureau of Investigation filed a charge sheet against the officers after a complaint was lodged by Rohit Kumar, alleging that the officers demanding the bribe is exchanged for not arresting his friend Satpal and Mujahid Malik in connection with an FIR registered at PS Crime Branch. Sanjay Kumar was arrested on November 25, 2024 after receiving the bribe amount. The court's decision to frame charge under Section 7 of the Prevention of Corruption Act 1988 marks a significant step in the ongoing investigation. As Indian race walker Priyanka Goswami has secured her first win of the season, claiming the top spot in the women's 10-kilometer event at the Australia race walking competition in Innsbruck. With a timing of 47 minutes and 54 seconds, Goswami demonstrated exceptional skill, overcoming a 1-minute penalty and favored to clinch the gold medal. Her impressive performance followed her notable achievement, including a silver medal in the 10,000-meter race walk at the 2022 Commonwealth Games, where she became the first Indian woman to win a medal in race walking. Goswami holds the national record in the 20-kilometer race walk event with a time of 1 hour 28 minutes 45 seconds and has a personal best of 45 minutes and 47 seconds in the 10-kilometer event. That is all for the Nltv English Primetime. For more news and updates, keep watching Nagaland TV.